welcome to my channel. I'm Nicole and this is Lazy Creek Homestead. I hope you stick around for a while and hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, because you never know the love and chaos you'll find here on Lazy Creek Homestead. And this week's video, we're back in the kitchen sharing some more fall inspired recipes and a few little desserts that we have from my sister Sam's wedding. Congratulations, Sam and Cody. So let's get cooking. Alright, we're making beef stew. In the crock pot we have about 3 pounds of just browned stew beef, a medium onion, and 1 bell pepper. Alright, to the crock pot we're adding 3 medium-sized sweet potatoes, a few little green beans from the garden, and a couple of carrots. I think maybe I did 4 or 5 carrots chopped up. And we're going to add in some beef broth. And we're gonna cook this on low for about 8 hours, because we all know this mama loves the crock pot. So now in the crock pot we have some of my homemade Italian seasonings and some granulated garlic. If I had garlic cloves, I don't at the moment, I would have put those in here. And I also have a little bit of pepper. And we're going to let this cook on 8 hours on low. About, I'd say 4 hours into it, I plan on adding some frozen peas. And then about 6 hours into it, I'm going to add a can of green beans, because there wasn't very many beans left from the garden. And I was inspired to put sweet potatoes in my beef stew from Fallon from Moss Family TV during the last episode of Fall Food Friday. So I hope everybody enjoys. Alright, our beef stew's been cooking in the crock pot for about 4 hours. And we're going to add some frozen peas. And then in about 6 hours we'll add a can of green beans. Alright, and here's our finished stew after cooking for a little over 10 hours. And we're really liking it with the sweet potatoes. The carrots, it's delicious. It's great. We're definitely going to try our beef stew like this again. We definitely want to thank Fallon from Moss Family TV and sharing this great recipe on the last Fall Food Friday episode. And until I see you next time, happy homesteading your way. Well, you know this mama loves the crock pot, so another quick weeknight beef stew. And those sweet potatoes gave it that just little sweet taste to it. The carrots, it was amazing. We all enjoyed that. Thank you, Fallon, for the inspiration. Next, we have some dessert recipes. You know we're using up that big can of pumpkin. Alright, we are going to make pumpkin cheesecake. So first we're starting with the canned pumpkin that we froze the other day. We just thawed. And we're going to add a cup of coconut sugar and some eggs and vanilla. And I don't have any condensed milk, so I'm going to use some heavy cream. Alright, to our pumpkin puree and our sugar, we're going to add 3 large eggs. And then a half a cup or a can of evaporated milk is usually what you would do. But I'm going to do a half a cup of heavy cream because that's what I have on hand. And I'm going to do about a splash of vanilla. And we're going to stir this up and set it aside, and we'll start working on our cream cheese mixture. Alright, now that we have our milk and eggs and pumpkin puree all incorporated, we're going to add our spices. Going to do probably a good tablespoon of cinnamon. We like a lot of cinnamon. I'm probably going to do a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. These are the spices we like at our pumpkin flavors. You could use just regular pumpkin spice. You could use a combination of the cinnamon, the nutmeg, some allspice. Cloves is another traditional pumpkin pie spice. Ginger. But we typically just go with the cinnamon and nutmeg. And then we're going to pour in a little bit of our vanilla and incorporate all this. And that's our pumpkin pie batter. Alright, and now we're on to the cheesecake portion of our pumpkin cheesecake bars. And we are going to add a cup of sugar to 3 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese softened at room temperature. We're going to add 1 cup of sugar. We're using granulated sugar because I ran out of my coconut sugar. I'm going to do 2 large eggs for each block of cream cheese. So I'm going to crack in 6 eggs and I'll meet you back here. Alright, we got our 6 eggs cracked into the bowl with our 1 cup of sugar and our 3 packages of softened cream cheese. We're going to mix these all together, and then we're going to add some milk and a little bit more vanilla, and then we're going to layer the pumpkin and the cheesecake mixtures in a pan with some graham cracker crust. Alright, our cheesecake mixture is done. Mine's a little watery, so I guess if you have jumbo giant chicken eggs like we have, maybe use 1 egg per pack of cream cheese instead of 2 like I did. But we're going to throw it all together and see if it works. Okay, we have a greased, I believe, 9x13 pan, and we have our graham crackers and butter. I did 4 packages of graham crackers and about 2.5 packages of sticks of butter. And we're going to dump that in there, and we're going to make our graham cracker crust. Cracker crust pressed into our pan. I was hoping to layer the pumpkin and our supposed to be cheesecake mix, but it's so thin, I'm not sure if it will work. But we're going to start with our pumpkin. Alright. And we're going to spread that. And then we'll try to
add that.
Do a layer of our cheesecake. And then some more pumpkin. I guess we'll just do the rest of the pumpkin. Looks like it's going to kind of mix together anyways.
Sure, it'll be good.
Smells so good.
It does.
the rest of our
cheesecake.
Supposed to be cheesecake batter. I guess we didn't quite let that cheesecake, cream cheese come to room temperature there. Alright, we put this in a preheated 350-degree oven and we'll see what comes out. Our first cheesecake pumpkin bars didn't come out quite as well as I hoped, but I figured we'd share anyways. And then we made some muffins to enjoy on the morning of the wedding when we were getting our hair done and doing our makeup and, you know, setting up the barn at a lovely inn here in London, New Hampshire. And I'll share a few clips of the wedding at the end. I hope you all enjoy. Thank you so much. Alright, we are going to make some muffins to have in the morning of my sister's wedding while everybody's getting ready. And this one is going to be a pumpkin cheesecake muffin. So this is our pumpkin muffin mix and this is our cheesecake mix, which came out a lot better than my last cheesecake mix because I didn't add way too many eggs. And we're going to start putting these in the container, and we might add a little bit of a strudel topping on top, and we'll let you see what it looks like before we stick them in the oven. Alright, so we're going to put some of our pumpkin bread batter into our cupcakes. One little like cookie scoop seems to fill it about a third of the way or so. And then we are going to put in a spoonful of our cheesecake batter. And then I take the fork and I kind of just swirl it around a little bit. And then we'll take some of our strudel, what I like to call strudel topping, and we'll just put that a good pinchful on top. And we'll bake them in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes or so. And we'll come out and we'll show you when they're all done. Alright, for our next muffin that we're going to make for my sister's wedding, we do this for everybody in the morning for them getting ready, is this is a quick bread packet because we're doing this nice and quick and easy tonight. And it is the cinnamon swirl, so I just kind of put the swirl in there. And we're going to add some chopped up apples. This was 2 apples that I had left over. And yeah, we're going to put that strudel topping on top, and this is going to be a cinnamon apple strudel muffin. Alright, and we got our pumpkin cheesecake strudel muffins and our apple cinnamon strudel muffins all done and ready to go for the wedding. We're going to eat these as we set up and get our hair done and makeup. Kind of hard to tell the difference because the strudel topping, but they came out pretty good. It's the pumpkin cheesecake. And this one is an apple. Cinnamon. Smells so good. So good it smells. I'll open up this one a little bit so we can see the inside. Apple. And we'll show you in the morning when we take a big bite, and we'll let you know how everybody likes them. Alright, well those pumpkin cheesecake bars didn't come out quite as well as I hoped. It was more like a pumpkin cheesecake custard, but very well enjoyed. Everybody liked them. And everybody enjoyed the muffins. Didn't quite get pictures like I did at the was hoping to at the end. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and stick around because we'll be back. Until next time, happy homesteading your way. And that is fall blown up in the back of my car. We're about to get this wedding on. And here we are. We did it. We took the explosion of fall in my car and made it into a wedding. The head table. Oh my.
Yeah, it's just a regular screw a couple times around, so maybe the top of it screwed up. Yeah.
That's lady.
Daisy! Hey! How are you now? Oh, Daisy, don't dirty my pants. Oh, yeah, Daisy, babe.
I was going to show
Oh, don't